right now. Okay, let's do
Yeah. Hey,
it.
Donovan.
Okay.
How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you, Eugene?
I'm doing really great.
Good.
Well, first of all, like, thank you for being in a space with me
Hmm.
and agreeing to this really quick interview. So, um, you are my client, and you are working with me as a business coach. So, I would like to ask you, like, first of all, what was your reason for starting your own like business? Like, you have a successful career, like you are a subject matter expert, but you want to build something more. What is the reason for you to build your business, to build something more than you, more than you, and something like that creates more impact? What was your why?
Well, my why was just being able to connect with people and help people. I like helping people. I've been volunteering for years, teaching others, mentoring others. And I just thought to myself, I've been doing this for a while. Like I can probably, make a nice income, but I just didn't know the direction. And I had some fears and doubts on how to connect that bridge of like, okay, I have the skill and I can make money with that skill. Like, how do I bridge that gap for myself? And so that was one of the things that I've also struggled with and I've always contemplated on, but I never really knew how to pull the trigger. So, having someone in my corner that kind of helped me guide and get me to that connection is helpful.
Yeah, yeah, like, thank you for explaining that. So, we started working together probably like a month, maybe a month and a half ago. And where were you like before you started working with me? I know that you had like your mentoring options, like you had the whole offer suite, right? Maybe not for the right price, but where were you before? And in as you're working towards your goals, right? Like, it's not like get rich quick kind of scheme, right? In building a business, it's a journey. So, but like, even in your short journey with me so far, what you see, like, what kind of difference you see in yourself, in your business, what it help you to realize or pivot or shift?
Sure. So before I was using another platform to sell my services, but I wasn't getting any leads, even though I had mentees that I've volunteered to mentor, or they'll, pay me, just a little bit of money just to help them maybe per session. So I would charge a rate of like an hour, and then I charge a fixed price for that. But I knew I wanted a little bit more, and I wanted to like reach out more out there. And I thought just having that particular, being on that particular platform and having a few testimonials would help, but it didn't. And I was on that platform for, I want to say 3, 4 months, and I just only had like the same, three testimonials, and no one was reaching out for me. So, and I didn't know how to promote that,
Mhm.
that aspect, because I don't really use social media all that often outside of LinkedIn, and trying to like link the LinkedInify the the platform was also difficult, and it didn't bring me any like new buyers. So yeah, so it was just that was pretty much my struggle on like again finding that connection, finding people to connect with, and how to approach those people, right?
Yeah, yeah. And what was your experience inside of the coaching program? Because what I see in the industry, like, as a coachee myself, I've been into, like, probably I work with 3 or 4 coaches at this point. What I see, like, based on my experience, as more so like what really bothers me when I work with coaches and when I spend anything from like $5,000 to $9,000 for my coaching programs, right? Like,
Mhm.
I'm revealing how much I spend, right? Um, it deeply bothers me when I get the strategy, but I don't get the support. So, based on your experience, what was your experience inside of get that offer or launch that offer? How was your experience working with me in terms of like getting strategy, getting support? Like, how was it like?
It was very positive. I never really had this type of support before when it comes to this type of support. I would say, again, I didn't have a lot of knowledge around like business and how to start a business, how to run a business, and the different strategies, especially in this new digital age that we live in. Because there's many ways to get a sale, and you help me understand that, and we develop strategies, and you're always available, like the Slack channels and the LinkedIn messages. Every time I message you for a question or like a follow-up call or something, you're like maybe 5-10 minutes later, you're just on it, like, hey, Donovan, here's this, or here's this answer. So I appreciate you just being so available, because a lot of people aren't like that when you buy their courses, or when you're on their platforms. And so it just goes to show that you really do care.
Yeah, yeah. And I think it's a great opportunity that for like if you work with a coach before, or even if you're in a coaching program right now, but you're not getting the support that you need,
Mhm,
it's not necessarily the strategy, because like here's the thing, there are more than one way to succeed and build your business. Like any strategy can work. Literally, like any, like I'm not gonna say that my social selling strategy is like the challenger sales method and the launch, how I plan launches, how I plan social media stuff is the way. No, there are many ways. And in fact, if you have the way that is working for you, I'm not going to break it, right? Like I'm not going to break what is working. I'm here to amplify. But what is important is to really like get that support. Either
mhm,
get the strategy that you're learning actually work, or maybe like do a deep dive into your business and see like what if for your people and different strategies needed. Because listen, like different people like to be market and talk to differently, and this
mhm.
is also something that we take into under consideration. So another question for you, who would you recommend this program for?
I would say people who maybe never start a business, or just don't know how to run a business. Maybe they're considering to do a business, but they just don't have they're like moving on fear, open that business, where it's like the fear is taking over. They feel alone. They don't want to fail. They want to waste a lot of time. They want to like waste a lot of money. And I totally get that, because that's what prevented me from taking this leap, was like fear. Like, I don't want to waste a lot of time. I don't want to waste a lot of money. And because it's time and money is precious. Let's be honest. And so, and I think having someone like you to guide them just makes it so much easier. Especially if you have a gift or a skill that you can, make money off of and revenue off of. I think that's very important.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I also think this program would be really useful for entrepreneurs who started their business journey, like regardless when they started, right? But if they're getting stuck on the messaging,
Hmm.
maybe a sales conversation,
Hmm.
maybe like a social media marketing, like
Yeah, definitely.
like there are wrinkles that like we
Yeah.
need to iron out, and
Yes.
that it's just like those are important pieces. Also, I don't know about everybody else, but I in my coaching programs in the past, the only sales training that I personally received was a video like this is how you do high ticket sales.
Mm.
And like you just watch this video over and over and over again.
Mm.
But there were limited trainings. And when
Yeah.
I say limited trainings, is like role play trainings. So what you can say about that, because we spent quite a bit of time to
Mhm.
actually do the role play. And what was your experience with that?
Yeah, that was great. So I'm gonna go back a little bit, like from me using a platform like Udemy, where everything is very static. There's just like this instructor just kind of like talking to you. There's no like real connection, like a one-on-one type, experience or type relationship. It just feels like you're just another number in the stack almost, or pretty much. And so I like your method of approach because you actually go online and we're having this conversation. I can ask you questions. I can get the answers really, really quick versus just some video that's just like, okay, I think I know what I'm doing. Let me ask the instructor or let me ask the thought leader. And, maybe it'll be a week or a day, or I may never get an answer to my question. And so you just feel very abandoned, right?
Right. Yeah. Or like you go to a group coaching call and say, like, okay, well, I followed the script and
Hmm.
they said that it's way too much. What do I do now? And then they say, like, oh, well, like you have this like one training available, right? If you want to sign up and see if
Right.
that training, or like, oh, like I will actually uncover that in my next tier. So if you want to sign up for my next graduation program, that is another $6,000, I will go in deep details like
Hmm.
there, like no. Well, what you paid for, you get you get it now. We're gonna practice sales. We're gonna practice messaging. Like it won't be another, well, like, yeah, that's great, but like if you want to dive deeper, like that's a little bit more
Yeah.
money.
It's kind
So
of
like let's upgrade if you
nickel and diamond.
yeah.
Yep, yep,
So
for those people.
my last question.
Mhm,
S- I am running a very special bonus for my tech professionals, right? People who are in tech, like either software developers, or you don't have to be a software developer, but you are in tech. And I normally don't do that, but like I offer two for one. I offer my career legacy because, again, I'm not that kind of coach who will say, like, quit your job and build your business. Now, if you think that you would like to also see how you can pivot and shift yourself as a leader in your industry, as a thought leader in your industry, like career wise, leadership wise, and build your business, because I live in the world of and, like I offer a combo, like two for one.
mhm.
So, and I know you were sometimes you come to our career legacy coaching calls. Like, what was your experience like? And would you recommend that for tech professionals who would like to be entrepreneurs or who are building their business, but they're still in their careers and they kind of like, okay, like I kind of need both. Do you think it would be a good option for them as well?
Absolutely. From my experience, I think it's just a great option, not only for that, but just for networking. There's other like-minded people. I know when it comes to like people who are like more sociable or maybe not as sociable because of whatever reasons. Typically, if you see other people like in your same bubble, in your same realm, you can relate to them. And so I think it's good, advantageous for people to like be able to connect and come together. And then talk a bit of a blurb about what your title is. I know you have like the what was it? Is it the LinkedIn huddles? What is it called again?
On your room, like
Audio
LinkedIn,
rooms. Yeah, you have the
yeah,
audio
yeah,
rooms,
yeah.
which I love those. I think those are great because you have everyone to speak, raise their hand, you talk a little bit about the topic for today, and then people can come and, go on stage, talk a little bit about that, talk about their past experience on that said topic. And then everybody just get to know each other, and
Right.
network. And I made a few like every time I go on, just about every time I go into your calls, I make a new connection or two or three.
Yeah.
So
And
it's
also,
just great.
yeah, and also you are like, because I'm running a business coaching program, right? Like launch that offer. And
Hmm.
I am working with coaches. I'm working with service providers. I'm working with mentors. And also it's a great opportunity to like introduce you to each other. I always like I kind of hesitated, like, well, those are business people. They're running their business. Those are software developers. And then I thought, you know what? A half of my people in my career coaching program, they would like to be entrepreneurs and they would like to have connections. And this is why, like, even here recently, I say, hey, this is a new member of our community.
Hmm.
Um, Introduce yourself because you never know. Maybe that person at some point in their business needs your services, like a
Right.
website, a mobile app, or anything else. So I expand your horizon and your connections as well as theirs. Because, like, again, like as a business owner, you're like, dang, I need a web developer. Like, well, guess what? You don't have to go far. Like, even if I can help you because of the capacity
Hmm.
that I have, right? Or if if I can really do the web development or like self tech specific work for you, you
Hmm.
have the entire community
Hmm.
of software engineers who you can tap into. So, like, hey, can you work for me for this feature on a contractual basis? And everybody would love that.
Hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, Donovan, thank you so much for coming on today and
Hmm.
giving us your perspective. I truly, truly appreciate you. And I can't wait to see you inside of both coaching programs. And if you are interested, you can DM me if you need a clarity call to see if it is the right fit. My
Sure.
DMs are open. Just send me the DM, the word like coaching, and I can set it up for you. Or like, listen, if you're ready to join us, check the link in my bio and join the party. I can't
Uh,
wait to see you inside.
Sounds good. Looking forward to it.